Hello guys, it's Kimirafer, and in this video I'm gonna start with the 70s Grand Prix. Specifically two cars of the year 76. The number 1 Scuderia Ferrari 312 T2 of Niki Lauda and James Hunt's number 11 Team McLaren M23. Only difference between these cars is that McLaren has better start, but it trades up points 1 in driving. So I'm gonna take the Scuderia Ferrari. Also because I like Ferrari more than Niki Lauda. Well, let's see. I'm probably just gonna stay with Sishi. He remade Tyrrell. You can't remake Tyrrell. It doesn't have 6 tires. That looks like the Heskett with a Ferrari logo on it. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay with the standard one. That's gonna be a big buy. Okay. I'm gonna drive one race. Don't know what the first one will be, but I'm thinking Nürburgring. It'd be rather suiting, I'd say. Yeah, because it's the place where Lauda had a crash. Oh, it's Silverstone. Well, shit, Silverstone sucks. Silverstone and Catalonia, in my opinion, are two of the worst tracks in this game. And then a whole F1 calendar, to be honest. Like, Silverstone, it's alright. You can drive it, but Catalonia is just so fucking boring. Like, I'd rather just drive 24 hours on Indianapolis Oval and drive an hour on Catalonia. The only good part of Catalonia is Catalonia School. It's like a little thing you do in like 35 seconds. What class is this car actually? Is this like R class or P class? No, P. No, it's not gonna be P. But it's R, I think. Anyway, this was still the time that the steering wheels were round. Yeah, it's R class. The steering wheels were round and you had, well, a gear pedal. So yeah, for those of you who don't know much about, well, the 76 Formula 1 season, everything went well for Niki Lauda. He lost the thing 3rd or 4th Grand Prix. It was in Spain, I think. And James Hunt actually won that. Niki Lauda became 2nd. And Ferrari got the officials to research on the car of McLaren, and apparently it was, the wheelbase was too wide, and that disqualified them, making Niki Lauda win. And for McLaren to have a legal car, they had to do a lot, and that made it a shit car. It was undrivable. I think Hunt didn't, well, he retired more races than he could finish them, to say it like that. Okay, that's a nice catch up. And this thing really does handle as a go-kart. Anyway, going further on the 76 year. When at the time that Hunt got a decent car back, it was about the time of Nürburgring. It's one of the most dangerous tracks, and it rained that day. In the drivers' meeting, Lauda actually asked to cancel the race. However, there was a lot of opposition from one part, because everyone liked James Hunt, no one really liked Lauda. And on the other part, because cancelling the race would make Lauda a champion immediately, because then there wouldn't be enough races to catch up with him, even if he didn't finish any race. Now, that being said, the race started. It wasn't raining anymore. That's one thing, but it wasn't pretty, because Niki Lauda and James Hunt both stayed on wet tires, while it actually was almost dried up, the track, and wasn't such a good choice. The drivers who chose to go on dry tires went, well, faster, of course. So both Hunt and Lauda went in the pit lane. They changed tires, and it wasn't a good tire switch for Niki Lauda. He was like shouting at his mechanics. Hey, new badge title. Now you see how little I drive this track. So yeah, when he finally got out of the pit lane, he started to, well, go pedal to the metal because he wanted to catch up. And there was one problem: one of his tires wasn't attached really good, and on one particular corner he lost control because the tire I think the tire got loose, so he lost control, slammed into the wall, rupturing. That actually ruptured his fuel tank. And just going in third person, the fuel tank is right behind the head, and well, basically if you're sitting in one of these cars, the fuel tank is right behind you. You're actually sitting against the fuel tank. So we ruptured that, creating an inferno because, well, yeah, if you bring fuel in contact with a very hot source like the engine, it bursts into flames. And so the car just was engulfed in flames. It was one big inferno of about like 800 degrees Celsius, and one driver couldn't avoid Lauda anymore, crashed into him. That really didn't make a difference, but everyone who followed Lauda, they stopped their cars, they got out of their cars, and they helped him out of the car. He was almost a minute in there, and yeah, but he should have been dead. He kind of cheated dead there. But yeah, 6 weeks later he raced again in Italy. He only became fourth, but he was the hero of the race. So yeah, so we're in the last lap of the race already. Actually, fun fact, yesterday I recorded a video. It was going to be my 75 subscriber special. I don't know why that came out so difficult, but it was a garage overview of him on my Forza 5 garage, showing off the cars and such, and yeah, forgot to enable the mic. Kind of annoying. Okay. So after the last part, too fast. That's what I hate about Silverstone. You always think you're going to finish, and then it's like, oh fuck, I'm still on the other starting lane. You don't have that problem in other tracks. Like only if you don't know the Yas Marina track well, you could have the problem there. But like on Spa, it has two starting lanes. It's basically one starting lane, hairpin turn, and then you have the other one. So yeah, it also has two pit lanes, this track as well. I'm actually still getting a better lap time. Okay. This car, it seems to change gears at about 1250, 12700 RPM. Yeah, but nearly 300. And it does handle like a go-kart, I have to say. Okay, 205,002, that's actually good for my first time driving this car. Okay, let's see. Let's see how much money I got, because I hope it's a lot. Like, the higher your class of car, the more money you get usually. Okay, that's actually really good. And already 15% affinity. Because it's my third Ferrari. I'm going for 10 Ferraris actually. For the, what's it called, the achievements. It's like drive 10 of your own Ferraris. Okay, nice achievement, see what you did there. Okay. About 30,000, yeah, okay, that's good, that's good. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. My name is Kimirafer, and as always, I'm signing off.